Joe, what are you doing? I'm baking cupcakes. Where's the flour? The what? The flour. The white powdery stuff that goes in cakes. White powdery stuff? That stuff's illegal, Joe. No, not that white powdery stuff. Flour. It goes in cakes. It's a cake ingredient. Oh. Well, good thing you defined what flour is properly, because we would have got f***ed up if I'd have used this stuff. Jeez, put that away, man. What? I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's essential to properly define things to know exactly what to do with them. I mean, if you don't know what flour is, you can end up putting in some other white naughty substance that you think is that white powdery stuff that Gordon Ramsay was talking about.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same with writing a story. It's essential to properly define a character arc, to know exactly what to do with it. Because if you really think about it, character arc doesn't actually mean one thing. It means multiple things, and you're going to see why in this video. What is a character arc? Well, a character arc is the measure of how a character changes over time. That's the most common definition you'll find of a character arc on the internet. I'm not too sure if that's actually helpful to writers. We need to be sure that we know exactly what a character arc actually is. Well, it's an arc. Assuming that the x-axis measures the timeline that the character change takes place and the y-axis measures the type of change, whether positive or negative change. So this is a positive change where they evolve as a character, and this is a negative change where they regress as a character. So the graph goes down, signifying the character becoming less evolved as a character. And you can see that negative change represented as this negative downward arc. So how many character arcs are there? Well, a quick search in Google, lots of websites say there's 3 character arcs. Well, there's another website saying there's 4. Some say 5, some say 6, some say 7. It's madness. I mean, no one seems to know. Moral arcs, dissolution arcs, maturity arcs, transformation arcs. I mean, don't ask me what all of these means. I mean, it's just really confusing. How many are there? I think they're all wrong. I don't think there are 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 types of character arcs. I think there are only 2. And I'm going to tell you why I'm certain that that is the case. Think about it this way. There are only 2 directions an arc can go. Up or down. Positive change or negative change. Well, what about the redemption arc and the morality arc, or the hero's journey arc, or the what the fuck is this arc? But a character arc itself is just that, an arc. And whatever change they go through in a story, it's either positive or negative. But what about an arc that looks like this? It goes up and down and up and down. I mean, is this a positive arc? Is this a negative arc? Surely this is a different type of arc. 3rd type of arc. So there are more than 2 arcs. I knew it. Not so fast. No, this isn't a 3rd type of character arc. This is a collection of character arcs. They change in a positive way and then a negative way. And then they change in a positive way and then they change in a negative way. So they're actually multiple character arcs in this story. It's just a collection of positive and negative arcs. So there's still only 2 types of arcs, up or down, positive change or negative change. But what about a flat arc? A flat arc. That's surely a 3rd type of character arc. Not so fast. A flat arc is not a character arc. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No. It is. Nope. Yes, it is. Nope. What makes you so bloody smart? Well, it's not an arc. It's a line. Oh yeah. An arc is an arc. If it's flat, then it's not an arc. It's like saying a triangle is a square. Saying a character has a flat arc is like saying a seagull who isn't flying is experiencing some sort of non-flying flight. We'll call it a ground flight. It's not a ground flight, it's just not flying. Much like a character with a flat arc isn't changing. It's not a flat type of change. They're just not changing. So a bird can either fly up or down. Much like a character can either evolve positively or regress. And when they're not changing, there is no arc, nothing's happening. And there are hundreds of ways that a character can change, how moral or immoral they are, how brave or how cowardly they are, how weak or how powerful they are. how stupid or how wisdomous they are. Wisdomous. Wisdom. How much wisdomousness they have. Yeah, that's right. So what have we learned from all this? We've learned that the term character arc has 3 meanings. What changes? Morality, bravery, power, wisdom, etc. That will be the title of the graph. When they change, and the direction that they change. So do they change in a positive way or a negative way? The term character arc can be used in a sentence, but can have multiple meanings behind it. I think it's obvious why this writing term can feel so vague, and it can be interpreted by different people. I mean, it's not a totally useless term, matter of fact, it's quite handy. But because it encapsulates 3 meanings, it's very difficult to actually use as practical direction to write something. I mean, what are you trying to write if what you're being told to write has 3 different meanings? So we have to specify exactly what those meanings are, and that is the best definition of a character arc that you will find on the internet. That's a promise. I'm Joe Webb, a storyteller. Learn to write fiction properly.